What's up, nerds and nerdettes and we little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. Alright, I am really happy to be back with this Tabletop Takeout Tuesday. I kind of changed the plan up a little bit. I was thinking about dropping this next week, but I just got so super excited. I wanted to talk about it. Man, I want to talk about it. Because I love doing this series. This series right here, the Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, is the series I really love doing. Because it's about me telling you about a game I love. See, you know, you're not going into this like a review, like, well, John, like it or not. No, you know right off the bat that this is a game I'm going to like. And here I am telling you why I like it. Why you should get this game to the table. So today we're talking about actually the game that is the giveaway for this month. It is the May giveaway. And I kind of feel that it's timely. I think it's very timely in a sense with what's going on in Hollywood right now. What is going on in the movie theaters, and that is superheroes. Superheroes are huge right now. And we have a game that I gotta tell you about. And it's a superhero game. It's not just a superhero game though, it also touches upon post-apocalyptic themes. Whoa! I know, right? So why don't you join me down the table right after we deal with a question or comment, something that was left on YouTube. Why don't we go to the mailroom first? Yeah, I'm really digging doing a question or two during these videos. I like the way this kind of sets everything up and the way I get to be in touch with you individually. I'm really digging that. I hope everyone watching is. So, yeah, we have from Fonzie the Capybara. Now, Fonzie the Capybara has been a regular viewer of this show. I've recognized comments going back to pretty much the beginning of Two Gun Pixie here on YouTube. So thank you so much for continuing to check out this old grognard. All right, so Fonzie the Capybara made a comment for the most recent Friday night filler of Choose Your Own Adventure board game House of Danger. That was for chapter 3. So Fonzie the Capybara wrote, only just watched chapter 2 and 3 is out already. Huzzah for me! I'm really enjoying this series. Keep up your great investigations, psychic detective. Fonzie, thank you very much. And I wanted to address this just to let you know that the next 2 chapters are going to be out the next 2 weeks. So 3, which just dropped, 4 and 5 are going to be the next Friday night fillers. I'm going to be getting through this because I'm having so much fun. I don't want to put it off anymore, and I can't wait for the next one in this series. I'm really excited. So thank you for checking it out and watching everything. Thank you. Now I got one more I just want to address because I believe this is a new viewer. And I really love saying hello to new viewers. So, the Whale God. The Whale God. Cool. For Tabletop Takeout on Fates of Madness, the Whale God wrote, nice video. Great insights. We'll check out the game more. Well, thank you, Whale God, for watching the video and for commenting on it. But I also wanted to point out that, you know, when someone writes a comment like that, it means the world to me in the 20-Sided Warriors. I mean, we love doing this, and we do it just to do it. But when someone reaches out to us and says, I liked what you said, I watched your video, and it intrigued me enough that I'm going to give this game a little attention and see if it actually is worthwhile for me to buy and throw on the shelf and have for table days. So thank you very much. That we really love hearing that, and I hope, Whale God, I hope you enjoy more of the series and the channel in general. But now that we're here at the table, why don't we get ready and talk about this week's Tabletop Takeout, Originz. Thank you for staying here after the email, the comment, the mail section. right? Thank you. So we are here to talk about Originz by Flavor Faction Studio. So this is a superhero card-based game that is by Evan Hunt. It is good for 2 to 8 players, ages 10 and up, and you know the box says 15 minutes plus. And it's true. Plus, I'll say this right up front, the plus can be rather large, and that depends on how you're going to play the game. Because this game has a lot of options. There's a lot to consider when you play this game, and yet at the same time, this game is really simple and fairly fast, actually. Really just gets bogged down, I would say, by players. But there are certain game types. I'll be getting to that in a moment. So this game starts off with choices, like I said. There are a dozen characters to choose from in this game. So it plays up to 8 dozen. That still leaves leftovers, which leaves for great replayability in this game. Now, when you're choosing these characters, there's 12 to choose from. Like I said, there are 12 pre-made origin decks for each type of hero, whether it's a cyborg hero or a vigilante hero or a dragon mutant hero, you know? They each have their own fixed deck that they come with, but they also come with hero-villain card. A hero-villain card that matches each of the sets, each of the origins, and it's double-sided. One side is hero, and the other side is villain. And you get to choose how you're going to play it. Now, the big difference in this is that the hero/villain card gives you a one-time power, which I gotta say is usually not too bad. You know, it packs a nice punch, as it should, since it's a one-use power. And that's what dictates whether you're a hero or a villain, is that difference. Otherwise, everything in the deck remains the same. Now, I have a bunch of superhero board games, dice games, and card games. And there's more that I don't have that I've looked into. And I gotta say, this is the only one I can think of offhand that isn't a one versus all game, where you can play a villain. How cool is that? Now, another aspect that I do enjoy about this game is how they deal with health, hit points. The way they deal with that is your health is your deck. So as you're using cards that maybe need to be discarded after they're used, or another player is playing a card against you that discards cards from your hand, not only is that taking choices away from you that you're able to do, but it's also weakening you and bringing your hit points down, lowering your health, getting ready to knock you out, take you out of the game. And I really like that aspect. You're not keeping track of beads, you're not writing points down, you don't have chits that you have to cash in because now I have less than 5, so give me 4 little heart-shaped things back. None of that. Your deck is your health. Now, as I said in the beginning, this game has a lot of options, which is something else I really love about the game, and so do the 20-sided warriors. Options. So I said before that each of the 12 origin decks is a fixed deck. And that's true. They are. But you don't have to play with it with fixed decks. You can do a Drek? You can do a Drek if you want. If you do, let me know what it is. You can do a deck drafting version of the game. And you can mix and match different powers from different origins to make your own unique hero or villain. That's great! Outside of superhero RPG games, I can't think of any other superhero game where you get to mix and match and create your own hero. Like City of Heroes MMO or something. Freaking awesome! Now, the play styles are also varied. You also have a lot of good options with the play styles. You can play it 2 players, head-to-head, you know, a duel, back and forth. Who will stand at the end of this? Yeah. You can do the same thing, but with teams. You can do team battles, and they run the same way. It still comes down to last man standing, but at least you got, you know, buddies that got your back during the fight. They'll be jumping in there also. There is a really interesting 2 versus 1 version of this game called Super Boss, where one player plays the evil Super Boss, the mastermind behind everything, the Dr. Doom, if you will. And that player gets to combine 2 decks. So they're twice as powerful. And they're fighting 2 heroes, each using 1 deck. Pre-made, or if you want to draft it together and build your own. But it's literally a double-sized villain facing off against 2 heroes, and that's really fun. And of course, there's just the old-fashioned free-for-all. Last hero standing. So this game is really fast to learn. It has very simple iconography that you can pick up after your first playthrough of the game. You probably won't even be finished your first playthrough of the game, and you're going to have a working knowledge of the iconography and how it plays out with what card you're able to use, how much energy it takes, and it's very simple. So it's simple to learn, it's simple to teach. If you're playing a head-to-head game, it's going to be fast enough. Head-to-head game will last you 15-20 minutes in most cases. So I was saying that plus sign, right? Earlier when I was talking about the length of the game, that's where it's going to come in really lengthy. If you pick an 8-player free-for-all, that's going to take you well more than 15, 20, 30 minutes. I would say that the true range of the game is probably between 15 and 90 minutes. But that time is really controlled by what you're doing. How many people are playing and what style are you playing it? And you can control the time a little bit that way. At least you know what you're going into. So altogether, this game should have been brought up after like our 3rd playthrough of it. And we had everything solidified enough. But I wanted to wait because I knew that this was going to be one of our giveaways. So I wanted it to coincide. So this is a great game. Whether you get it as a giveaway from us or someone else, whether you buy it, whether you see it at a board game store and you take it off the shelf and put it down. If you like superhero games, you're going to love this game. And now, I don't normally like to compare games. When I'm talking about one game, when I'm showcasing one game, I usually don't like to bring in other games because it takes away the spotlight a little bit. So understand me that I think this is important, that I point out that if anyone out there is a fan of Sentinels of the Multiverse, you're going to love this game. If you know Sentinels of the Multiverse, picture a little bit of a stripped down version of it that does make the game play a lot faster. And it's not quite as impossible against some of those villains either. But that's as far as I'm going to go, bringing up another game during a different showcase. But there are a lot of similarities, and I just really felt that needed to be pointed out in a pro aspect for the game, in a very positive light for the game. So that's this week's Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, and it is super fun, and I mean that in pun and in seriousness. So Originz, Flavor Faction Studio, check this game out. Trust me. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G, with 2 Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, thank you for checking us out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. And right here on YouTube for watching, subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Thank you very much, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow for What's in the Pixie's Box.